Inaugural Dude Ranch podcast. I'm T-Bag69, YouTuber. Check me out. Passing it over to Big Grizzly.
Big Grizzly, what are you fucking soapy tit wankers doing out there tonight, boss?
All right, check out Danny Hammer on Facebook. I stream video games, talk shit, and I like to talk about having sex, but I'm basically a virgin, so there's Brady.
Alrighty.
What up? I'm BJ. If you don't listen to this, I don't know what the fuck you're doing. You suck.
So
Get
you all
into
know,
this bitch.
draft started Thursday. What do you guys think? Joe Burrow, is he going to be legit in the league? Baby hands Burrow?
Baby hands, nope.
No.
What do we mean by legit though? Like, because is he going to be a bust? No, but is he going to be on the level of Mahomes and Lamar
He's in a
Jackson?
situation though. That don't help.
I'm saying with the weapons they have for him, he's going to be the next Andy Dalton, period.
He'll be better than
That's
Andy
it.
Dalton. His career will go better than Andy Dalton.
I
guarantee that.
think Tua Tag's the best quarterback in the draft.
But it's gonna take Burrow. Like, I wouldn't start him this year because they're gonna be ass again. Like, they're gonna be bad again. They have nothing. AJ Green, is he gonna play? I don't know. He has that whole contract thing going on, doesn't he?
I think he still wants out of there.
He wants out of there, but is he gonna show up? I don't know. That's the question.
I mean, I think he got decent weapons. I mean, even if you take AJ out, you still got Mixon, Tyler Boyd's out there. They still got Eifert? Is he gone?
No, Eifert left.
Eifert left? I thought so.
Yeah,
I don't know.
they don't have a defense either. So remember that.
Yeah.
Also, just fun.
My
fact,
thing with him is it's all everything on him is based off of his senior year at LSU with a stacked fucking team.
That is true.
Yeah.
That is
what did
very
they have? Fucking 5 or 6 first rounders this year?
A lot of times when he was running around like that and gaining yards with his legs, I mean, in the NFL, I don't see him being able to do that. Honestly,
No, the defensive linemen are fucking fast in the NFL.
I mean, he's not Lamar. Yeah, he's not Lamar Jackson fast.
Yeah. In order to do that in the NFL, you have to have some kind of fucking legs because those defensive linemen will run your ass down. You know.
Yeah, absolutely.
You could put a fucking weight. You could put a fucking weight vest on those defensive linemen. They'll still catch my ass. You can put a parachute on their back. Okay.
Yeah, well, you're slow.
I used to always joke around with Bobby and say, how does it make you feel that Casey Hampton has a faster 40 than us? Dude was like 400 fucking pounds and ran like almost a 440.
Oh, the big smacks.
Can I say who my biggest loser of the fucking draft is?
Yeah.
Wait, we gotta say our biggest. Who do we think is going to be the biggest winner of the draft? And then we'll go on to the biggest loser.
I hate to say it. I think the biggest winner was Baltimore. I think Baltimore.
Baltimore, they dominated this draft.
Baltimore had a good draft.
I'm going to go against it, and I think the Cowboys might have won this draft.
Yeah, the Cowboys actually have a bad draft. I think adding CeeDee Lamb's actually going to help them out.
The Cowboys filled every spot they needed to fucking fill. They're gonna be better than they were last season for sure.
All right, I think the winner of the draft, obviously because of all the fucking picks they had, and they made good picks, is if Tua stays healthy, the Dolphins won.
Yeah.
And with Tom Brady out at least.
I mean, and they signed a couple big free agents. They signed was the one cornerback they signed?
Come with facts.
Byron Jones.
Well, fucking start a question you don't know the answer to.
Well, I know the answer. I said it.
All right, biggest
Byron
loser
Jones.
of the fucking draft. I'm saying the New England Patriots. I hate what they did. I think their whole fucking draft stunk. It was awful. They traded out of the first round to pick up some fucking goddamn safety they could have gotten the 5th fucking round. Who the fuck does that?
I don't know. You guys took that place kicker though.
Oh,
sorry.
Yeah,
I don't mean
great.
to say you guys anymore, Was. I forgot you're a Buccaneers fan now.
Fuck you. I'm a big fan of what the Buccaneers are doing.
He's a fucking bandwagon.
He's a bandwagon.
No, I'm fucking not.
He's 100% a bandwagon.
He wants to see Mike Evans win a fucking championship. That's all. He's always been a big Mike Evans.
He's a Mike Evans guy.
Who was your loser of the draft, Ed? You said
my loser is Green Bay. What the fuck were they thinking?
Oh, I was literally
yeah,
about to say the same thing. Green Bay had the worst draft I've seen in a while. You think Aaron Rodgers has been bitching about needing help for the last 5 years? He's obviously still a top 5 quarterback, if not maybe top 3.
He's still got at least 4 more years left.
Oh yeah,
absolutely. But they don't give him their help. The only decent offensive player they fucking took was what? A.J. Dillon from Boston. I mean, I don't even know if you consider him decent. He had a good college career. As a gambling man, I know a lot about him. You know, most the common man doesn't, but us gamblers, we do. But they had a chance to get Jordan Love. They passed on Jordan Love, but ended up taking A.J. Dillon. I think that was stupid.
I'm going to go against the grain. I do agree that they had a shitty draft. I personally, and I hate to say it also, I think the Steelers had a horrible draft. I think we drafted like dog shit. We had an opportunity to go get a running back because our running back can't stay healthy. No offense to JC, but I mean, we had a chance to get the best running back in the draft, and we passed on him.
But we got three solid running backs and a great offensive line. So I mean, JC gets hurt, yeah, but you still got 2 other good backs. They have good running back depth. I didn't think we needed.
I mean, James Conner getting hurt last year really wasn't like the downfall of us. Obviously, Duck Hodges was not to turn down the Duck. He was a hell of a story, but yeah.
I don't personally think I don't know if I would have went wide receiver, but Claypool's a fucking unit, dude.
I'm not sure.
Claypool is a fucking monster.
I don't agree.
As a Notre Dame fan, watching damn near every game he played in, Claypool is exactly what you guys need. A tall, fast, strong fucking wide receiver that can help Juju. You wonder why it helps Juju? Because they got to double one of them. The other one's going to be open. Boom. There you have it.
I'm not sold on him.
Here's exactly the type of football player that the Steelers like. Just like Waz said. Big, fast, strong.
I'm not sold on him.
Yeah, 100%. And if you and my biggest take off of that pick right there is when we get down into the red zone, we got Ebron, Juju, and now Claypool. You got 3 big targets down in the red zone. On top of it, obviously Connor plays a big part in staying healthy, but we were dead last in red zone percentage last year. Dead last. Now,
and that defense is the only reason why you guys almost made the fucking playoffs last season. So instead of bolstering the defense, you guys did the smart thing. You got another weapon for your top fucking quarterback that's coming back. Boom, there you have it. You got a fucking solid tight end. You got 2 great receivers. You got a good running back. I mean, great O-line. It's all coming together for Pittsburgh after that draft. I think it is. I think they drafted
another sneaky pick we had too was that guard we took, Dotson from Louisiana.
Did you see the video? Did you see the video of him pulling that truck?
I did. But again, as a gambling man, if you did any research on them, his name was always being popped around.
I wasn't a gambler underage,
Yeah. I'm just saying, anytime you look into a prediction on them, someone mentioned Dotson's name. And we got him on the low, 4th round we got him too, so you can't really be mad about that.
I'm excited.
I think the defense is young and set, and the first 3 of the first 4 picks were offensive players, so I thought that was right. I mean,
oh yes, I didn't like
I'm not saying that we have two great receivers. It's a little early to call Juju Smith great or Claypool. I think they could both be really good. But someone said something about Brady said something about Dodson. Can we talk about the Jets lineman that they took, Mekhi Becton?
Yeah.
Did you guys see the video on that dude? He's a fucking animal.
Yeah,
every fucking clip I seen, he's pancaking somebody. He must have had like 1,000 pancakes in his college career.
Yeah, he's good.
I know it's off topic a little bit, but did you guys see when T. Higgins got drafted, what ESPN posted? Like, you know how they did like their little like career thing, like 4 years at Clemson? Did you see what they put on his thing? They said they put on his ESPN thing, mother was a drug addict. And that's what they put. Like, that is ridiculous. And then the one Wisconsin guy they put on there that he was accused of rape, but then found not guilty. Like, why even post it? Like, it's just.
Well, no. Did you see that? Did you say that meme I posted the other day? It said ESPN announces kid drafted, and then underneath it said then ESPN proceeds to tell everyone that this kid ever loved had died in his past.
It's true. Everyone seemed to die.
Did that all night long.
Because they're setting up.
Because they got nothing else to fucking talk about with no other sports on, and
I think they're just setting up storylines. So if someone ever turns out to be a fucking like beast or something, they're like, oh look, his family died back, yada yada yada. I don't know. I just thought it was dumb that they posted about his mother becoming a drug addict.
What do you guys think Carolina's going to look like? Carolina. They got that new head coach. He brought his quarterback with him, but I'm pretty sure he's going to be a backup. I forget what fucking quarterback they fucking got.
Kyle Allen.
Yeah. So
they got that. No, they got my favorite dude in the whole draft. That Derek
from
Brown.
Auburn.
Brady, you know how much I love that dude.
Yeah, you did.
6'5", 326. He runs like a 4.9 or something like that. Dude's just a freak of nature. They had a good draft though.
I think they'll be all right, but I mean they played a pretty good.
They got that Gross Matos kid from Penn State who's really good.
Yeah, he's good.
And that's the fucked up part. That dude has a wild story too.
Yeah.
About that, he has a wild story.
I think
ESPN reported it.
Oh, they did. I don't root for many Penn State dudes, but I root for that dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's really good too.
Oh yeah, I just meant in general. But
yeah, I think Carolina. I mean, they'll be good, but it's been a tough division. I mean, it's hard. Speaking of division, did you see who fucking the Saints signed? They signed Taysom Hill to an extension, and then they went and signed Jameis Winston.
Yeah, I don't know. Apparently, we offered more money than they did.
Yeah, I don't know how true it is.
Yeah, I don't know either. But...
Yeah, I seen on Twitter.
Can we talk about those stupid live fans they had behind Goodell whenever he was doing the thing?
They were all doing.
They all did the same thing on third stage. It was funny. Though.
Oh, it was so funny.
And then you had Goodell. He kept turning around.
Come on, let's go.
Come on, let's go.
Well, did you see that draft did the best views out of any draft? It had like 55 million.
What the fuck else is people?
Well, yeah, I mean, obviously, but I'm just saying.
People were eating that shit up.
Yeah.
All they're just stuck in their house eating and playing with their dicks. What else they got to do?
Yeah.
I've been doing that a lot. I'm not gonna lie.
Speaking of playing with dicks.
Right.
Oh, here we go. We know Watts is gonna like this.
You knew that piqued his interest. He was like, "Dicks? What?"
The MLB season's coming up. I put a $20 wager on the Pittsburgh Pirates to win the World Series.
You should have sent me that money.
And hold up. I got a reason behind it. Shortened season. The Pirates fucking always fall off after the All-Star break. With a shortened season, they start off. They always do. I see them winning the fucking.
I think you should have wiped your ass at $20. You would have got more fucking use out of it.
I think you should have threw it in the ocean standing right next to you.
I don't know what the hell
fucking donator. He's
a donator. Waz is a donator, 100%.
Whatever you're smoking, send it up this way. I need it because that's fucking wild.
I'll tell you after this season how smart of a pick this was. When the Pirates won the World Series, they can just donate that fucking goddamn. They should just give me a fucking trophy.
Smart as gonna talk about baseball. I'm hanging up now.
If the Pirates win the World Series, I'll streak around Ferndale butt naked until I get arrested by the cops.
I'm just saying, with a shortened season, taking the underdogs is a smart bet.
If the Pirates win the World Series, I'll eat the Clorox fucking gummies. That's what I'll do. If the Pirates win the World Series, I'll eat the Clorox.
I can change that. Even if we make the playoffs, I'll run around Ferndale butt naked.
Yeah, there you go.
That's about baseball. I want the NBA to start back up.
Oh, man.
Me too. Celtics Sixers first round, that'd be great.
I mean, this is going to be one of the best playoffs in a long fucking time.
You guys don't want that smoke, Brady.
Okay.
You don't want that smoke.
Yeah. I want it with the healthy Ben.
Don't matter healthy Ben or not.
Yeah,
he's already
bullshit.
He's already healthy.
Yeah, I was going to say, I see him say he's ready to go whenever the season starts, but...
We got the young king on our team, baby.
I think I'm just excited for sports in general.
Oh, I'm excited for anything.
I just need something in my life, sports-wise.
Hey, can we go back to beating our dicks? This is funny though because Drew's trying to sell. He's trying to sell his computer, and he can't clean the history. He's trying to get all his fucking porn off that computer.
I don't know why it won't delete everything. It's really pissing me off.
He's like, why won't all the tranny porn fucking delete off my laptop?
Yeah, that is funny.
I don't know why it won't delete. It's just being weird. I gave up. I'll try it.
But Marcus has got too many fucking porn viruses on it.
I never watch porn on my desktop. I have a phone.
We do have a UFC card coming up here though. That'll be pretty
stacked.
big.
Fight Island, huh?
Dude, the card's stacked.
Fight Island sounds very appealing too.
Dude, I seen the thing. It showed like statistics on the card. There's like 6 former champions on there, 19 main eventers on there. Like everyone's been on a main card before. Donald Cerrone's on the prelims, dude.
Yeah,
like, that's how good that card is. Like Cerrone's on the prelims.
It's a wild card, no doubt. But yeah, Fight Island. Obviously, they do these events in Vegas because they make a fucking $1 billion. But tell me, Fight Island doesn't sound badass.
Well, they're fighting on the beach. Like they're actually gonna have the octagon.
I know.
That's gonna be sick.
That's gonna be something like you've never seen.
You imagine
they're just doing that to make it not look as bad without fans, really.
Could you imagine like Pasty, like McGregor out there fighting? He probably gets sunburned.
I know all 3 of you motherfuckers would need sunscreen for sure.
100%. Dad got burnt fishing yesterday.
That albino skin.
But my fucking dome piece that got burnt. But anyway, I like the idea of that UFC, but I don't really know shit about the UFC except how to give FanDuel my money.
Khama!
Khama,
what's up, buddy?
How you doing, brother?
What's up, fellas?
How's it going, buddy?
Well, man.
Good.
Pittsburgh legend in this bitch.
That's right. So, Khama, before we start, me and my dad, the one with the big ass beard, we got a debate going on.
Okay.
I think a UFC fighter like you or someone in your weight class could knock him out with one punch. Settle this debate. Could you knock him out? One punch.
Yeah.
100%. Thank you. I've been saying
I gotta disagree with that, dog. But I'm not saying I can beat you. You're gonna probably kick my ass. But one punch to the cheek or the jaw, I think I could take that.
I don't.
Let me ask. So this is what I do with people. So when was the last time you got punched?
Man, I'm 47. It's been a few years since I was in the Army last time I was in a fight.
So who was the last person to punch you?
I don't want to give his name. He was a sergeant in the Army.
Okay. How often did that guy get punched?
One time. He hit me one time and then it was over. No. He didn't knock me out. I ended him after that. Because I'm slow as shit. Okay. I'm slow as shit. I'm going to get hit. I'm not lying.
But that's the thing. Like, I tell people all the time, so what we do this as a profession. So but the thing is that everyone's like, oh, I fought people before. I'm like, would you go race or lap with someone who races NASCAR, like a Formula One racer?
No, I'd get beat.
That's what I'm thinking.
It's not even about getting beat. You could probably die like being out there on that track with them. With fighting, it's the same way. I get it all the time.
Yeah.
I agree. Thank you. Finally. Finally.
I agree with that. Like from anything about anything under 150, though, I don't know. Them 145ers, I don't know.
They'll hit you so hard.
I know they will. I know. I'm not speaking on myself here. I'm just speaking in his defense because, I mean, obviously you can see he's a pretty big dude.
Is it boxing gloves or MMA gloves? What gloves am I hitting you with?
What's that?
I can knock anyone out in the world if I have on an MMA glove. One punch. Almost every MMA fighter can do that.
That's what I was trying to
say. Well, those aren't boxing gloves either. Those are fucking MMA gloves. Those motherfuckers.
They're only what, 4 ounces, right?
Yeah, you get hit with an MMA glove. It's basically like I have my hand wrapped in a cast. Basically, that's basically what it is. Like it's made to protect my hand, not your face.
Fair enough. But on the punching people in the face topic, man, I'm very stoked to see you get back in the ring. I'm sure you're the octagon. Sorry, I'm sure you're feeling the same way. But
yeah, man, they offered me a fight for May 13th, but like I'm I'm moving my gym now, and I couldn't take that fight, so I had to turn that one down. So I'm trying to get something hopefully in June.
June, cool. Yeah.
You were supposed to fight. You're supposed to fight Michael Johnson on that April card, right?
Yeah, on the April card. Yeah.
Yeah. That's all. That'd have been a good fight.
So,
yeah, what a good
I've
man.
got a question for you, brother. Fucking
Go ahead.
So as you're a pretty quick ending fighter, like a lot of your fights, you knock dudes out in like 13 seconds, 20 seconds, you fucking end the fight. You know what I mean? So how hard is it to transition from that to a guy where you go like a full 5-minute fight and it goes to a decision? How hard is that to like not wear down that fast? Because like for normal people, like a normal fight between two average guys is like 30 seconds. And I feel like a lot of people don't realize that. And you guys who fight professionally can go 5 fucking minutes. That's insane.
Yeah, I mean, like that's the big thing. Like, I mean, like if you train all the time, like I train like at least twice a day, every 7 days a week, so your body just gets used to it. But I mean, like I most of my fights actually have gone to like the second round. Like I only have like I think like 2 or 3 first round knockouts. I have a lot of like third round knockouts, 2 or third round finishes and stuff. So most of my fights are drawn out a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, I think that is the biggest thing in the UFC. Though you see a lot of these guys, they start out fucking hot, and then third round comes, or in the championship fight, a lot of these guys come into the championship rounds, and you can just tell they're gassed.
Yeah, I mean, I can only imagine. Like I was talking with my coach the other day. I was like, yo, if I ever do a 5-round fight, at the end of the third round, I'm gonna ask the guy if he wants to just like call it a draw. Hey, dude, call it a draw, so you don't have to. Because it wears on your body. It like it can be.
I can imagine. And then you, especially on who you're fighting too. I was just like counting to Jones's last few fights. Obviously, Jones, regarded the best in the world, but fighting that dude for 5 fucking rounds would be terrible. That would be terrible.
Man. Those fights and those last 10 minutes feels like. I mean, when I fight a 3-round fight, that last 5 minutes is rough. It's just you really have to pull it out. You really have to pull it out. So I can only imagine going back to your bench and then being like, shit, I have to go 2 more of those.
Exactly. Yeah. Especially in a close fight. Like that shit wears on you mentally. I'm sure too. The mental aspect there as well. Yeah. I mean,
Good.
Good.
You were talking about like distance. Like your last fight, you ended him in the first round, right? It was like late first, right?
I think there was like 30 or 20 seconds left, or 15 seconds left in the first round.
Now I seen the thing that was like your old friend, like your sparring partner, right?
Yeah, my buddy.
Are you guys still cool after you like knocked him out, or is it like?
Hey, we're okay. We're not like we used to be. We're okay now. It hasn't been a year after we both fought. After that, like we both haven't fought since then. So once we both fought again, we got to get it over with, get new opponents, move on. Yeah. Then I think things get back to being.
Well, that fight you took with Devontae, that was on what? You took that on less than a week's notice, right?
Yeah, like 5 days. 4 days, 5 days.
Yeah, because 2 people, he was supposed to fight someone and then he bailed, and then another guy was supposed to fight and he fucking bailed.
Yeah.
And that fight, too, that was crazy. I owe you a thank you. I didn't know if I'd ever get a chance to talk to you, but you won me a good amount of money. You were a big underdog.
You're like the 1,000th person to tell me that.
Hey, actually, a buddy of mine that I worked with knew you because of your Pittsburgh roots, and he was the one who put me on to you. He said, "Oh, this Khama Worthy guy's fighting. He's from Pittsburgh. I think he got a real chance." And I was like, "All right, fuck it." And like I said, the odds obviously you're taking a fight on 5 days' notice. Like,
yeah.
Hey, that's what can I say thank you to? I think I said it on Instagram, but I don't know dick about the UFC really. I just watch it. But they said that you were a Pittsburgh kid. I was said, bam, $100. I don't care. Listen, I meant to send you some of that, but I lost it on soccer the next day. Sorry. Another sport I don't know shit about.
Yeah, that's funny.
So, walk us through like what was going through your mind, like 4 days notice. I mean, your first UFC fight.
You cut out.
I mean, what was going through your mind?
Really nothing. I had just fought 3 weeks before that, so I didn't really have time to drop off from the fight. So I mean, I was just ready to go. I had just come off of a knockout, and I just kind of went near with the same mentality, and I got the same result.
Yeah. It's almost fair too, because he's training for other guys the same way as you're not really training for him, but no one has an advantage strategically.
No,
I remember watching Diaz say that Diaz took the McGregor fight on short notice. He said he actually preferred that because McGregor didn't have enough time to study his shit. I don't know. I mean, I don't know if that really plays a factor, but
it does. It definitely does. Like when you just have to fight, then it comes down to oh shit, who's gonna fight better? I mean, they're trying to prepare who has the better coaches, who has the better strategy. A lot of fights come in. The strategy comes into a lot of fights. Like which part of the limb you attack, which side of the body you attack, like what do you do to make them tired, et cetera, et cetera. But when you only have 5 days, all you have to do is just get ready and fight. So there's nothing. All you're worrying about doing is to fight and not anything else.
Fair enough. Yeah, I figured that was the logic, at least. I don't know.
Khama, so you were born and raised in Pittsburgh?
Yeah.
You eat pierogies, right?
Yeah, I eat them. Yeah.
Come on, man.
I'm not like a pierogi. I used to go to that place right down in what is it? Pierogies right off of where's that? The Geese Rocks.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, that's good.
Isn't it closed down now?
I don't know. I've been there in a couple years. I think it's still open because I thought someone told me about that. They just went and got pierogies there a couple weeks ago.
Okay, maybe they are open. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not going to speak on that. I don't know. But
so you're from Pittsburgh, Pittsburgh's more like a football, baseball town or hockey town. Did you were you always into UFC or was it just did you ever play?
Yeah, I mean, I kind of watch football. Never watch hockey. Never watch baseball. I kind of watch basketball. I mean, I used to watch the NBA a whole bunch, but Pittsburgh never had a basketball team, so I kind of faded out with that. So I kind of started in the martial arts about 12 years ago or so.
Okay.
You
Good.
Your first fight. I mean, that was a big card. Was it? It was 241 or 242. Your first fight. You're fighting on that big stage. What was that like?
Oh, that was cool, man. I really thought it was overdue. I've been putting in so much work, and I've been trying to get to where I was at. So it was really cool. Like a lot of the fighters I was talking with, and a lot of media people from the UFC, they're like, "This is a great card for you to come back and fight on. It's a huge card." Now it's the main event on the prelims, really big. It was California's biggest draw ever. And there were 30 million views on ESPN, and I got that knockout. So it was really, really big for me.
Yeah, that knockout was nice. That was a clean left.
We went.
Yeah, we remember that very well. But at what point in your training did you realize you actually had a shot? You know what I mean? To actually compete at the UFC. I'm sure you always figured you could fight anybody, but when did it become a realistic dream? All right, I can actually fight the UFC, and this could be my job.
Well, see, with me, the weird thing is, people tell you, I've always said that. Even when I started training, I said I'm gonna be a professional fighter. I'm gonna fight in the UFC. That was always my thought process. I didn't have any other. So I always just said I was just gonna have to take as much time as it took to get there. And whatever, but that's just I was thinking. So for me, it wasn't oh, what skill set do I have to do? What I have to do? I was just my pattern was I'm just going to continue on the grind. And when it comes to getting to or young fighters that might see this, or when it comes to getting to the UFC, that's how you have to be. It's when you're trying to get into the music industry, you can't be oh, okay, when I get this and this, then I'll make it big, and everyone's you just have to keep doing it, and eventually you'll get discovered. Because if not, if you set a certain goal and things don't happen like you think they should, you'll get really discouraged. And believe me, there's a lot of things to get discouraged about in the fight.
Especially in the fight game, yeah. And being from Pittsburgh, it's not a natural hotbed for UFC either.
Pittsburgh is basically fuck, man.
Yeah.
So whenever you take a loss, especially being a professional fighter, does that really hurt your confidence, basically? I mean, because You lost 2 fights in a row, and then you rattled off 6 wins in a row. I mean, that turnaround's got to be fucking huge. Like, that's massive.
Yeah, I mean, for me personally, I don't hold on to wins. I don't hold on to losses. Like, I just try not to. Like, as a combat athlete, you can't, because like every fight, one person wins, one person loses. That's just the way it is, right? So as a combat athlete, like, we don't really have playoffs or anything like that. So each fight it's like a playoff fight. So you can't really dwell on, like, you can't really be on like, oh, I lost. Like, you gotta like let the fight happen, live in a moment, and then once it's over, you have to let it go.
Yeah.
Like, you can't dwell on it. Like, you have to let it go. Like, you can't think about what happened in one fight and then take it with you to the next fight. Now, if you had mistakes that you have to fix them. That's different. But you can't like overthink about fights and stuff. You just have to let it go. And that's when like a lot of sports psychology comes in. Like, because for fighting, it's horrifying. We're scared to death every freaking fight. So a lot of sports psychology plays a lot of play into like fighting and stuff like that.
Yeah, sure. I've always thought about that too, in the same sense. Like, I mean, obviously you go into every fight thinking, all right, I'm gonna win, but in the back of your mind, you're like, fuck, all it takes is one big hand or one fucking heel to the face, and you're done. I mean, then
2-man enter, 1-man exit. That's every fight. 2 people enter, 1 person exit. That's just how it is. That's every freaking fight. So no matter what, only one person's gonna walk out of the cage a winner. Like, so you have a 50-50 chance. So that's scary, because in the one part you're like, I got this, and the other part's like, you ain't got shit. Like, it's natural.
Yeah.
So, can I ask a question about well, with the quarantine, are you still getting regular training in? You have your own gym?
Not as regular, because we're actually moving my gym. So like my gym's actually moving. We'll be as of May 1st, we'll be moving to 24 Woodville Avenue up in Greentree. So we're moving up from Campbell's Run out in Robinson. So we've been, the past 2 weeks, I really haven't been training as much. I've just been moving the gym, moving the mats, doing all this, switching over to gas, electric, and all that, trying to get all that stuff done, canceling stuff, doing this. So after I got my fight canceled, I really started to focus on that so I can just get that all done. And that's when they offered me that fight in May. I was like, I haven't even really been training and stuff. I've been like lifting heavy stuff and stuff. So it hasn't really been a proper training.
Are you allowed to say who you're fighting, or is that not out there?
I don't even know an opponent. I don't even have an opponent for you.
Oh, okay. All right.
Is there an opponent you want to fight? Somebody you got in mind?
I said the Michael Johnson fight was cool. The guy was supposed to be at Oman. That would be cool. There's a couple other guys and stuff, but really, I'm just trying to get a fight. It's almost a year since I fought, and it's really starting here.
Yeah. I know who I want to see you knock out.
Who?
Conor McGregor.
Me and both, man.
Knock him the fuck out.
I'll split
all the winnings with you.
That's like a good maybe three or 2 fights away, realistically.
Yeah, especially he's at the point now where he just picks and chooses who he fights anyway. So that's.
I was thinking like it would. I mean, if I was to get 2 more knockouts, it would be a realistic fight for him.
Yeah.
Realistically, like it'd be a good scenario fight for him, and it'd be a good scenario fight for me as well.
Yeah.
You get that red panty night. Said you get that red panty night, as he always calls it whenever you sign a fighter.
Yeah. See, if he said some shit like that about me or my woman, me and my brother's going to jump his ass in the parking lot. He's been real chill lately, so like, you know, he's been like real respectful and everything, like, so I think he's like kind of changed his approach. I tell people all the time, like, you know, talking about me is cool. Calling me a loser, talking about my coaches, calling them fat, sloppy, whatever, saying anyone got no skills. That's cool. When you start bringing my kids or my wife into it, me and my boys are gonna jump you. Like that's just, it's not even gonna be a fight. We're just gonna jump you. Somebody might have an ice pick. I don't know. Like motherfucker.
Yeah. See, like I'm a McGregor fan, but that last like press conference with Khabib, I mean, he definitely did go over the line speaking about like his family and all that.
Yeah, dude. Like that's like you don't need that.
Yeah.
You can like it's the fight thing, but like you take it way too far.
Yeah. There's a difference between trash talk and then.
mean, that's why Khabib jumped the cage and tried to kill his corner and stuff. Like, yeah, like that's what
that was wild.
That was nuts.
That was bizarre, man. You know, nothing like that's ever happened to my knowledge, right? Like that was the first time.
Not in MMA, but a lot of people were talking about how crazy it was. Dude, Google crazy stuff in boxing. Oh my God. Like, there's been like 50 times with that in boxing. Like, I saw there was an event there over in the UK. People started throwing chairs into the ring. I saw another event like Mayweather versus Jab Judah. Look at the Mayweather versus Jab Judah fight. Like, that's anarchy. It was complete anarchy. So everyone's talking like with a big scar on MMA. I'm like, nah, dude. Like, you know, y'all like, as fans, people like that animosity, and it blew it over. I'm like, this is what you get. Stop asking for that shit.
Yeah, that was big. That was trending on Twitter and everything. Everyone was saying that was fixed. Like Dana White set that up or whatever.
I feel like promoters like that.
They do. That was far from fixed, man. That that guy was trying to kill people. That was not fixed at all.
That's what I mean. Dana White's risking a lot by setting something like that up. One of them dudes gets really hurt or something, you know, his ass is on the line with that. That's why I didn't really into that.
I mean, the whole thing with the dolly, that was crazy. Like, he's doing dolly. Nuts.
He was on some stuff during that time. He lost his mind.
He was on coke. There's no way around.
100%.
Yeah.
I hate to admit it because Connor's like, he's really the guy who got me in the UFC, but I mean, he was definitely on some wild shit.
He was wilding out. I'm like, what the heck?
Yeah, that whole lead up to that fight was just that was insane. Like, and Khabib, though, that dude was just cool as fuck, man. He didn't give a fuck. He was just ready. You could just see it. Like, McGregor, I know he talks, that's his game, but he went over the top too much, man. Like, he gave Khabib too much bulletin board material for that. And Khabib's a better fighter than mine.
I mean, sometimes you get fighters that actually want, like, I've never tried to injure my opponent. I try to hurt them, but never injure. Like, Khabib actually wanted to kill him. Like, he wanted to kill him.
Yeah, no doubt.
If the referee would have let him, he would have just kept choking him. So he was unconscious when it woke up, punched him, and choked him out again. Like, yeah, so I mean, like, sometimes you built those type like the John Jones versus DC hatred. That shit is real. They really they hate each other.
Yeah, they really do.
Like, they would fight for no money.
Rivalries ever.
Yeah, the Cody Garbrandt versus my boy Cody versus Dominic Cruz, and then Cody versus Deathstar. I mean, Cody has a whole bunch of rivalries. Cody don't give a shit. So
he needs a win too, man. He's been struggling these last.
Yeah, they just announced his fight. June 2nd, he has a fight, or June 6th, his fight with Now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, that was the one that was supposed to be at Columbus, and then all this coronavirus.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they just announced that. So I know they said he had some kidney problems. That's why he had to flop. But then the whole card got canceled anyway, so nothing happened.
Yeah, I like Cody. He's funny. He cracks you up. He's one of them. He talks
crazy, man. We used to work together and stuff. It's wild, man. It's fun. Funny dude.
Tom, I had a question. How they're doing these fights with no fans? As a fighter, would you find that distracting or?
I haven't experienced it yet, so I'm not too sure. I think it'll be a little bit calm, actually. Fans create nerves, but sometimes you need nerves to fight. Like, nerves make you alert and ready to go. So I'm not too sure.
Because we had this discussion about like maybe basketball playing with no fans too. I was wondering if that would just throw them off or something, like mentally.
That would probably just be weird because you have to play a 6-minute game, and it's like, at least for fighting, it's over in like probably 15 minutes or less. You know what I mean? Like, for basketball, it's like a long period of time. And then think about the players sitting on the bench. Like, you're just sitting there like, did they get called in? It's like, it's like a really long game. Like, that's a little bit long. I don't know if I ever want to watch a basketball game like when there's no.
Because even through high school, I mean, even in fucking high school, I mean, basketball players, you still have a crowd. I mean, even if it's just bleachers full of people, I mean, there's still fans there making fucking noise. And then you go from that to the NBA where it's like 100 times more people there, and then you got absolutely no one in the crowd. That'd be nuts.
You can hear the echo and stuff. Yeah, even for the fights, the fights that I watch, you can hear every strike land and everything. It's definitely a different feel.
Yeah, those ones they had in Colombia, you could hear every kick to the face and everything, or Brazil.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Indeed, it was. So how'd you come up with the nickname the Deathstar? By the way, I don't know. It was just a random question for you.
Yeah, no, it's just it just happened after my first amateur fight. I knocked this guy out. And someone said it looks something like the Death Star or something, or somebody started blowing something up. And it just grew from there and stuck as a nickname.
I thought maybe he was a big Star Wars fan or something.
I actually am. I actually do love Star Wars. I've seen all the Star Wars movies. The last one was crap. It was really stupid, but Disney.
The last couple were.
Disney.
I think the last few were kind of bad, but whatever.
Yeah, the last couple ones weren't that good.
Yeah, Disney has a good reputation of messing stuff up like really bad. So the last one was crap. Yeah. Like I gave the last one 5 out of 10. Like it was that bad.
Yeah, they're just using that as a moneymaker because they know they're going to make millions of dollars on it anyway.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, honestly, I think that fucking. Oh, my bad. My phone's kind of laggy, so I don't mean to cut you off. That's my bad.
All right, you're good.
Fucking. I think the Mandalorian kind of saved the Star Wars franchise for now. But they got to get their fucking heads out of their asses because if they come up with something shitty again, I feel like it's gonna fuck them.
I feel like they have to do a Darth Vader movie. You have to. There's no way around it. You have to do a Darth Vader movie.
Yeah.
There's no way around it. Like there's no way you can't do a Darth Vader movie. Like everyone else is getting their Han Solo. You have to do a Darth, and it needs to be rated. It needs to be rated R. It needs to be people getting cut in half and shit. Like it needs to be violent. It needs to be violent and not for little kids. And it needs to be Disney, but it needs to be like a dark Darth Vader movie.
But not Hayden Christensen as Darth Vader because he fucking ruined that role.
Not who?
Hayden Christensen that played Anakin Skywalker.
I like him as Anakin. I like him. I think he was good.
Terrible. You can't act for shit.
I liked it. I thought he did a good role as Anakin Skywalker.
I didn't like him. Oh, I can't stand it.
Did you guys hear that they're going to be doing a fucking Darth Maul series, kind of the same as The Mandalorian on Disney Plus?
Dude,
is that real or is it fake? I keep hearing that.
Because, I mean, he deserves it for how they did him so fucking dirty in the movies. Like, in the books and shit, he was like this badass motherfucker, and they just killed him in like fucking 2 scenes in the movie. It's like, you can't do that.
Yeah, that is true. That is a good point, actually.
I think his show would probably be really good too. So,
yeah, Darth Maul was actually one of the coolest characters they had. That double lightsaber he had was awesome. I don't know. I thought so at least. But
Darth Maul could have carried for a couple movies. They should have kept him on for a couple movies.
This is like a bit off topic, but like, what's it like? I mean, like, what's it like from like going from like a low name brand to like the UFC, like Payday? Because like your UFC fight, you made $50,000 for just on performance. What's like the whole pay difference and stuff? Is it like?
But yeah, I mean, like when you get to UFC, like your first fights are like 12 and 12, then it's like 14. And I think 18, and then like if you can renew if they renew my contract after my next fight, that means it'd be worth more money. And I have to renegotiate a contract and stuff like that. So it's huge. I mean, like the most I've ever made was like 2 and 2, like $2,000 and $2,000. Like,
that's nice.
Yeah, that is actually
Yeah, that's weird how like underpaid fighters are. It's like doesn't make sense.
Yeah, man, it's I mean, it keeps you hungry. I think if they paid a whole bunch of people, I mean, it would saturate the business. But I mean, I still think we should make more money than we do. But
yeah, definitely.
I mean, teachers should make more money too. Yeah.
You can name a list of people that don't get.
Yeah, so, I mean, like I'm not going to complain. Like shit, like I'm just beating somebody up. It's not. Yeah, there's a lot of jobs and people money.
Fair enough. Good point. So what do you think? What do you think about Fight Island? Do you think that's going to be cool? You think it's going to be popular?
I think it's going to be really, really interesting because I don't know if I'm going to need a passport to go to it or what, or how it's all going to work. I mean, if I get a fight in June, like I'm trying to, my fight may be on Fight Island. So I don't know what the deal is with that. I would like to be on Fight Island.
Yeah, that looks like a very cool idea. I think it's going to, obviously the ratings are going to do well because there ain't shit else to watch, but just even as a UFC fan, it seems like a nice change of pace.
Oh yeah, Fight Island's going to make things even more mysterious. I mean, like I think so I don't know if they'll ever have fans on Fight Island. You know what I mean? I don't think there'll ever be like an arena. They're not building an arena. They're just building a place to have a fight, and like they'll have like hotels for fighters and all kind of stuff and training facility. But there's not going to be an actual arena there to actually have people come and watch fights. There's just like a small place where people watch. So,
I think that'll also help them with the no fans. Like it'll take away kind of like an empty arena look, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I think they're doing. So that way it doesn't feel like you're like trying to fill space.
Yeah, I think it's going to be cool. I'm excited for it. I mean, we watch UFC fights or events anyway, but this one just a little more build up because we're all lacking without sports in our life.
Yeah.
So is there like a UFC fighter that's like a favorite fighter for you? Like you got like one obviously besides yourself. I mean,
I'm a big Anderson Silva fan. I've always liked Anderson Silva. Yeah. Been a big fan of his for a while. I like Romero, Aaron Espana. I like both of them. They both been acting real weird lately, but
who do you think won? Do you think Izzy won that fight?
I don't think nobody won that fight. It should have been a draw. Like it was like. I mean, I think if I was actually looking to score it, I would have probably gave it to Romero, me personally. But I mean, that was horrible, especially coming after the ladies that fought before them. You're like, wow.
Oh yeah, that was nuts.
It was like night and day compared to effort or work ethic, and like lack of self, like a lack of like self-preservation. Like the girls didn't give a shit. They were just trying to kill each other. Yolanda had a fucking lump on her forehead and shit. Like
that was insane. That fight was wild. I don't know. Romero just fought weird though. I don't know. Watching like that was just. I guess they both did essentially, but Romero kept doing that. Remember, he kept falling down on one knee. Like I don't know what the hell he was doing that for.
Well, he's like faking a takedown, but like he never did anything. Yeah. He went out there and stood still for 2 minutes in the beginning of the fight. He just stood there. And like everybody like, looking at themselves in the audience and stuff, and Science looking around like, what the fuck am I supposed to do?
Yeah, the ref even told him to get something going at one point.
Yeah,
come on, y'all got to do something, man.
That was awkward. Now I don't agree with the referee saying that though. I'm like, dude, he's like, it's a championship fight. You got to pay. I'm like, no, your job is to conduct who's the winner and who's the loser, not to encourage like unless we take on the pride rules where they used to give people yellow cards, but UFC doesn't do that. So like pride used to give people yellow cards for stalling. You get a yellow card. Like it was said that you weren't giving the fans their money's for a fight. If you got 2 yellow cards, they took away like 15 or 10% of your perk.
Oh wow!
It would force the action.
Well, yeah.
I don't know. That seems like it seems like a cool thing for the fans, but I'm sure like the big name fighters, like they probably wouldn't like something like that because I don't know. Maybe not. I don't know.
I've seen an article on here that says Khama Worthy says he watched Stunning UFC debut 1 million times. Do you watch it 1 million times?
Over and over again. Over and over. I can what's going to happen next. Right, listen.
Yeah, that had to be a pretty surreal moment for you there. Just first fight.
It really sucks because I can't remember it now. Like it was such a long time ago. Like I've lost the memory to it, so it kind of sucks if I really need to fight again soon.
Yeah. So that is your long term goals, then are just to keep fighting, obviously. Then.
Yeah, I mean, like, I turned 34 in October. I want to fight until I'm about 38, 39. You know, and like keep coaching, do something else when I'm done.
Yeah.
You can be the one to take the title off Khabib.
Again,
You can be the one to take the title off Khabib.
if he fights Tony Ferguson, no, because Tony Ferguson's going to beat him.
You think?
Yeah. Tony, I think Justin Gaethje can beat him too, but I don't think Justin Gaethje's getting past Tony Ferguson.
No, I
don't think so.
Ferguson's about to be sharp. He's had a nice little layoff here. He's probably ready to go, I'm sure.
Yeah, Tony's a different type of guy, man.
Yeah, he's a different cat.
I'm motherfucker make weight for the card that never happened.
I want to see McGregor Masvidal. That's what I want to see. I think that'd be a hell of a fight.
But I think McGregor's too small.
Well, yeah, but the way he talks, you wouldn't think that. He doesn't care.
Yeah, I disagree. I think Conor beats Masvidal.
Let that fight happen. They have to keep the show moving. So, like, I mean, I don't think he's gonna let that fight happen. Like,
Masvidal Usman's gonna be the fight that will happen probably.
That's what
yeah.
Masvidal versus Cunningham would actually be even the bigger fight.
Yeah. Speaking of him, that fight with Usman was nuts. And
that was a good fight.
Him and Colby, yeah.
I think Kobe beats Masvidal easily, like really easy.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
He beats him. Kobe he's got good hands. Like, he's an asshole, but he's got good hands, man. He has good hands, and his cardio's through the ceiling. Like, that fight he did with Usman, that shit was crazy, dude.
He didn't stop.
Yeah.
He kept going full tilt, man. He was full tilt the whole fight.
And even his fight before versus Lawler, he threw like 500 strikes or something like that.
Yeah. He must have pillow hands though, because if I hit somebody 500 times, their face is gonna look like a smash. If they say, "Oh, come on, we're gonna do 500 fights in his last 500 punches in his last fight," like, they're gonna go to my opponent. He's just gonna be like just a little like stub. His face is gonna be
Khama, let me ask you a question about, like, because you were talking about strength and fighting. Now, how do you strength train? Do you do any kind of like heavy lifting, or is it just like a lot of high rep stuff?
No, I actually took out most of my high rep stuff when I went to the Performance Institute, and they said they wanted me to focus on a little bit more power, less high rep and stuff. So my strength coach, we actually focus on a lot more power reps, different type of techniques. I mean, like just maxing out a little bit more, because I was
like a lot of deadlifts, squats, power clean, stuff like that.
Yeah, that's like not even cleans, because I don't really need to clean as much. That's not really motion, but a bunch of deadlifts, a bunch of squats, and like pause squats or slow decline stuff, and then explosion back up and stuff. So, like, man, my legs are thinking about that.
So you use a lot of bands in that for explosion? I just started getting into use bands a lot.
I don't really use a lot of bands myself. I do use a little bit of chains and stuff when I lift.
Chains are more badass. The chains are more badass.
I do a lot of hill sprints and stuff. Like here in Pittsburgh, we have Canton Avenue. It's like the steepest street in America. Actually, I think it was the steepest street in the world, but there's somewhere else to put it. It's the steepest street in America, and it's like I sprint up that hill and stuff, and that'll get your
yeah, we're all in Western Pennsylvania here. We got a lot of hills around here.
Yeah. Yeah, that's all there is.
That is for sure. Yeah.
So what you deadlifting?
Max.
Y'all know I had to ask some weight questions.
I'm max with the hexagon. I think it's 430. I think.
So that's good for you. What are you, 170? That's real good.
Yeah, 27.
That's a lot of strength.
What's cutting weight like? What's that process?
That's
Yeah, I can't remember. I watched a video on someone who was cutting weight for a UFC fight, and that looked fucking horrible, man. Like he'd wrap himself in hot towels and just lay there for like 5 hours and just sweat. Like, that shit looked.
I don't do that. A lot of guys like that. I have to go to the sauna.
Yeah.
I go to sauna that way.
I would probably rather do that.
I put a sauna suit on, I put suit set on, and I go to a treadmill and just start running, and I can lose it.
Huh. Yeah, that's a crazy deal there. And then you eat right after you weigh in, I'm assuming, and you just put a bunch of fucking weight back on for fighting.
Yeah, I normally put back on like about 30 to 50 pounds.
Yeah, that's great.
What do you like? What like you like? I mean, you fight at 155. So like, what do you usually like, walk in the octagon at? Like
171 and 172.
that's nuts putting all that weight on the back.
Oh, fuck.
That's nuts.
We look like shit. At 155, I look like fucking a crackhead. I'm all sure.
You ever think about fighting at like 170, like your natural weight?
No. I used to fight at 145, so no. I mean, like, I'll have to walk around at like 190, 200 to fight at 170.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a crazy process there, how that all works. You pretty much, essentially the way you say, you're fighting about 20 pounds over the class you're in, essentially. So like,
yeah.
Your walk around weight's what you're really fighting at, but you just have to make a weight to weigh in. What's the logic behind that? I mean, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay.
There's like there used to be talks about like a 165 pound. Like, would you fight at that?
No, I'd still fight at 155.
Yeah.
Like, if anything, I'd maybe be able to do 150.
I got like a real random question. It's like I always wondered like how bad like a leg kick hurt, like getting kicked like
bad, like
I don't know. Like I always felt like I don't know.
Hey,
Like,
Drew, I'll come in and give you one. We'll see how it hurts.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to feel it.
Like, I'm pretty sure you've run your leg into a table before, your thigh into a table, counter. That's what it feels like, but to 25th power.
True. Yeah, I was always curious. Like
you're kicking someone with your shin, and your shin like goes into their meat and like separates their tissue, then hits their sciatic nerve, or like goes through and hits their bone if you hit them on their kneecap, or like goes through, tears the tissue on the side. It's like it's really, really painful, like extremely painful.
Yeah, I'll pass on that.
Too, right?
So I have a question. So hockey players, they would roll like a fucking stick or something on their fucking shin to lose like the feeling in their shin. Do UFC fighters do some shit like that? To try to get the feeling out of their shin?
Yeah, a lot of kickboxers do that. They like roll their shins down with like the rollers, and it would just kill all the nerves out. I mean, like it's happened to me. Like my legs, like my shin, there's like my legs have a little bit of hair, but on top of my shin, there's absolutely no hair because they've been like my skin has been like worn down and calloused up.
Yeah, I'll pass on the leg kicks. I'm good on those.
I'm sure.
I'll stick to not getting those. Those don't seem that fun.
Like if you got really kicked in the leg really hard, it can make you throw up.
Really?
Damn.
It would just be so shocking. Your body would like go into like nervous nerves. Like your sciatic nerve, that's like it's a nerve. You know what I mean? Like you get kicked on that, like the type of pain you go into, like you can throw up.
That's wild.
Yeah, I remember that John Jones and Thiago Santos fight. That shit, and that leg kick battle there. Holy hell! They both walked out, or they both didn't even walk out of the arena. They were both in wheelchairs after that.
Yeah, man, I've torn some people up with some leg kicks in some fights. Like I've beaten some guys' legs to like death. Like their legs were just mauled, like black. Like once we're in the back talking, their legs are like black and blue. And I'm like, he's not walking next week.
Yeah, it's a lot more than people see going in behind the scenes of the UFC. I'm sure, just like taking a beat and stuff, you know.
I mean, like, and the big thing is like when you're fighting, your adrenaline rush is going and stuff. You know what I mean? But when you step out of that cage, all the pain kicks in, and it's even my last fight, my leg was hurt from my fight before that, And then when I got kicked in that fight, it hurt and hurt. And like as soon as I stepped out, like it started it was hurting really bad. I was celebrating with people, having fun. I'm out, like people buying me drinks. I'm out there, taking pictures. I'm in it, me and my girl, my coaches. And then it's like we had to leave for a fight next morning. 8 o'clock. I woke up, got myself together, catch my flight, and air hurting, and we on the plane. And then the pain really started to sit in. And I'm on the flight like, oh my God. I should took some freaking Advil. Like it hurts so fucking bad. My leg was jacked up for a minute. Like it was just like it just takes some time before that kind of stuff. I fought once over in China, and it was a